It's not a book that comes up that often. So this one, with all the repairs and missing a plate, I would place more around 15,000.
You're great. I think you turned this old dusty book into gold.
I tried. All right, thanks, Joe.
You're the best. Good seeing ya.
It's not an easy feat to be voted the highest rated show on a channel, let alone being the second best reality show behind Jersey Shore, another fantastic reality show. Pawn Stars has defied all odds since its inception on July 26, 2009, and has mesmerized viewers with its thrilling content. Pawn Stars is an American reality TV show aired on History Channel, filmed in Las Vegas, and produced by Leftfield Pictures. The show follows the daily activities of the cast members in a pawn shop, a 24-hour family business opened in 1989 and originally operated by patriarch Richard Old Man Harrison, his son Rick Harrison, Rick's son Corey Big Hoss Harrison, and Corey's childhood friend Austin Chumlee Russell. The daily action of the pawn show depicts the staff's interactions with customers who bring in a variety of artifacts to sell or pawn and are shown bargaining and haggling over the price and discussing its historical background, with narration provided by either the Harrisons or Chumlee. The show also follows the interpersonal disputes among the cast members, and it has been likened to another popular family-owned TV show, American Choppers. Amongst the professionals in the pawn shop, Rebecca Romney stood out, being the only female expert regular on the show and well-versed in old books. Rebecca is known for her role as the bearer of bad news and savior for the show's main cast. So, why don't we find out what really happened to our beloved bibliophile from the Pawn Stars?
I'm in the back, I'm looking at a bunch of books for Rick, and then Chum calls me out. He wants me to look at another book. These guys are all business. Can't we just go out and get a cup of coffee? So much to ask.
Rebecca Romney is one of the longest-running experts on Pawn Stars, and you must have noticed how fluent she is when reviewing books on the show. Born and raised in Las Vegas, Rebecca spent the majority of her childhood and adulthood in Las Vegas, seldom traveling around to have a feeling of what nature entails around her city. Rebecca became a rare bookseller in 2007 at Berman Rare Books in Las Vegas. It was from there that she got hired to contribute her quota on Pawn Stars, and she has done so brilliantly. Due to Rebecca's brilliance, she became the gallery manager in no time after her debut, dishing out her knowledge on every book she could lay her hands on. Rebecca, being the only woman expert in the pawn shop, made her first appearance on the show in Season 4, which aired in 2011. Remember, the reality show debuted in 2009, and after 2 years, Rebecca joined the team as what could be termed an important addition due to her style, brilliance, calmness, and work ethic. Those who follow the show will know the number of books Rebecca has read and appraised throughout her little time on the show. It should not come as a surprise to know that Rebecca Romney is a published author as well. Outside of the pawn shop, Rebecca is happily married to J.P. Romney, an author, and they made a living happily since their wedding in 2016. Her wedding to her husband, J.P., made Rebecca related by marriage to former presidential candidate of the United States of America. The couple co-authored a book in 2017, a year after their wedding, titled Printer's Error: Irreverent Stories from Book History, which collects several stories of people related to the book printing business and authors. I think this is the best couple goal we have seen from couples on a reality show. After a well-deserving honeymoon, they dished out value to their fans. The book the couple wrote received the approval of journals such as the New York Times and the Washington Post, putting emphasis on how the couple's writing was entertaining and easy to digest. Rebecca hasn't published any other books since the one she and her husband wrote, but her work as a writer for other websites is impressive. You will agree with me if you follow the reality TV show Pawn Stars. Rebecca treats books like a gem and appraises them effortlessly. Even though she has just a book to her name, she has written several articles for Berman Rare Books online blog and has made important contributions to Mental Floss, Literary Hub, and CrimeReads.com. Rebecca's work as a literary researcher has been paying well, just like her other work with books. This has made her gain a spot in editorial edition projects as well as a writer of forewords, making it obvious that she's very versatile when it comes to her work. When it comes to books, versatility might be an understatement for Rebecca. After their wedding and before they released the book, they began a podcast together in 2016, Biblioclast, which aired for about a year. The reason for this wasn't known as the couple didn't give any explanation, but we guess the podcast has few followers due to the saying, Gen Z and millennials don't like books. Whatever the reason for the abrupt end of Biblioclast, we know for sure that saying Gen Z and millennials don't like books isn't totally true. After Rebecca's marriage, she worked at Honey & Wax, another rare book company. Following the conclusion of her time there, Rebecca started her own firm in 2020, Type Punch Matrix, while also featuring on Pawn Stars. Her marriage to J.P. Romney made her move to the Berman Rare Books in Philadelphia. which explains her absence from the show, which caused a stir among the fans of Pawn Stars. Rebecca was rumored to have been kicked out of the show, but what would warrant kicking out a brilliant lady like Rebecca? It's indeed been several seasons since Rebecca Romney aired her expert opinion on the books brought up by world-famous Gold and Silver. The brilliant lady still has Pawn Star experts listed under her LinkedIn page and other social media platforms, and that means she is still actively involved with the show even though her appearance on the show has reduced drastically. Many fans are of the opinion that she was kicked out of the show, and some speculated that she left after her marriage. Well, we have now cleared the air concerning that Rebecca is still an active member of the show, but her marriage made her move to the East Coast, making it difficult for her to return to Las Vegas to contribute to the show. More so, if Rebecca was truly kicked out or left, she would have updated that on her social media accounts to clarify the doubts of her fans and loved ones. You might think you know a lot about Rebecca already, but there is more. Rebecca can be classified as a polyglot as she is fluent in Latin, Japanese, French, and Greek. Rebecca is also doing some personal development in other languages, like reading Old English books, amongst others. So if you're wondering where Rebecca got her fluent reading from, there you have it. And if you're wondering why she keeps learning different languages, it is simply because it is way easier to read foreign and antique books without any limitations. If you're a lover of books or follow Rebecca's LinkedIn page closely, you can tell Rebecca is a big fan of romance, science fiction, and fantasy genres. If that doesn't make it obvious enough, Rebecca enjoys modern literature as much as classical works. She is an all-rounder when it comes to books. While you wait for Rebecca's return to the screen, we implore you to follow her up on all social media platforms as she has been giving talks and participating in live programs for universities around America. She also collaborates with other podcast creators to talk about rare books. So, if you miss the knowledge and content she dishes out frequently, you can find her on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, on which she often updates her followers on her business and literary interests. Living the life of a celebrity can be strenuous, and being related to a former presidential candidate can be even more strenuous if you're a private person. Fans will want to get a selfie, sign autographs, and even want a hug or a peck. Living such a lifestyle when you are a private person is quite arduous. Rebecca, unlike other celebrities, isn't open to sharing all of her business with the world. She is not someone who loves to discuss her personal life, and you can tell from the few interviews she has had that she hardly talks about her family. She's a very reserved person, and everything she shares with the public is connected to her work as a rare book dealer. Rebecca has been actively running her business, combining it with several side gigs related to rare books. Being a hardworking person, it is only important you have a bank account balance that justifies it. Rebecca's net worth is currently estimated to be around $1 million, which means her career as a rare book expert has been profitable to some extent. Her husband, J.P. Romney, on the other hand, is one of the richest literary writers in the world, with a fat account balance. He is said to be worth around $5 million from sales of his books, excluding other business and family wealth. J.P. Romney is from a political family, and there is a little fortune to go around the Romneys. Rebecca plans to increase her net worth as she hopes to take her business and brand to the next level soon. So, there you have what happened to Rebecca Romney from Pawn Stars. What do you miss about Rebecca on the Pawn Stars?